Hey guys, my name is Catriel Rodrigues. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. I started training Jiu-Jitsu when I was 11 to 12. Before I did 2 or 3 months of judo, and then my parents decided to move me for a Jiu-Jitsu. There was a social project in the church close to our house, and we decided to move train. I was training Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. That was my place to train from 2012 until 2015. So that was when I moved to another academy, but I've been competing more. The training was more focused on competition, and that's how I decided to leave about Jiu-Jitsu. Before I was more focused on self-defense, the system progress. That was only the thing in the academy, but I wanted to compete more. That was the big change in my career. And I started I kept training a JF team from 2015 until 2023. And before I came to Dubai, my professor moved to first, and then that's why I moved to Dubai in 2021. It's hard to say because I started, of course, when I was 11 years old. But basically, the reason why I started was because I was having a lot of problems with my behavior. I was bullying a lot of people, and the school was giving some warnings from my parents. So either you put your kid in martial arts or in a chess. I don't know why they said the chess. I've never played it, and after that, my behavior, my attitudes improved a lot. I stopped going to the streets, to play outside, and start to hang out with the people that I should not be hanging. And I think the Jiu-Jitsu is very important for me because not only about Jiu-Jitsu cannot will show to everybody your true personality. Sometimes you can do things that you can hide yourself, but Jiu-Jitsu is gonna show to other people who you really are. If you are a person that quits easy, if you're a person that are very resilient, or if you're a person that very tough life. And for me, I think that everything that Jiu-Jitsu has taught to me, during this year, I was able to bring it to life. Especially when I got the news that I was going to be a father, and I was 18 years old. So I think the Jiu-Jitsu helped me. I'm sure the Jiu-Jitsu helped me a lot on keep my mindset strong, and I started to use it with a motivation for me. So Jiu-Jitsu, I think, is more important for me because it really built my personality and my attitudes inside and outside the mat. It's it's very fun because I think about this every day, and I work a lot on my mentality. It's not something that you have to be speaking with someone as a mental coach, but this is something that you gotta be developing training session. It's a muscle. You're gonna be prepare yourself every day for it. It goes from the moment you're about to tie your belt, just to take a little bit of break to breathe between the rounds, and the moment you stand up, also because you're tired, or if you decide to be on your knees. So I actually say to a lot of people that are surrounding me, they are trained for the competition. The mentality starts during the training, during the sparring. If you're dead, if you're tired, you don't show it to your partner. And this is gonna be building your mentality for the competition, because I've seen so many people that are very good at Jiu-Jitsu, they have a lot of talent. They actually can even beat other people in training, they are competitors, but whenever they go to the real scenario, when they have to win the competition, they ended up losing for themselves. And this is something about the mentality that they can be prepared inside of the training on the mats. And I think the person has to, of course, believe in yourself. First of all, you don't have to wait for me or for anybody else to tell you what are your capacity to do during the training or during the fights. I think just something that you're gonna believe in your trains and everything you do. For me personally, to have a strong mindset before my fights, I need to make sure that I'm studying Jiu-Jitsu, I'm training a lot, I'm doing specific trainings. If I don't do these things, I know that my mindset is gonna be affected. But preparation for me, confidence comes from preparation. That's I would say for everybody surrounding me. Prepare yourself as much as you can, study, do all your homework, and don't forget that you are not the only person who's training. That was something that I heard it when I was blue belt. I was competing a lot in Brazil, and then I went to a small competition. My idea was just to go for this small competition to make highlights. And then I went and I lost. And I will remember to be on Monday in the academy, very depressed, and my partner came to me, he was like, hey, why you have this face with you? I was like, yeah, I lost the competition yesterday. He's he started to laugh at me. He won the World Pro before, and he was like, like, you think you're the only person in the world that trains hard. I was like, yeah, like, I'm not. When you realize this, you're not the only person in the room training really hard. You're gonna be push yourself more and more and more until you have the feeling that you really deserve something. I think when you have the feeling that you deserve something in life, nobody's gonna take it from you. And the reason why I train so hard is because I wanna get this from it. If I put my head in the pillow before like a night, like when I'm sleeping, and I don't really feel that I really deserve that competition, I don't feel that it's not like some people, they think that they deserve and they don't do the hard work. Like, and I'm gonna be pushing myself as much as I can, so at the end of the training, I'm gonna be thinking, man, nobody's gonna take it from me. That competition is mine, like that title is mine. I'm just going there to get my medal. Like, there is nothing that's gonna stop me. And I think that the confidence comes from preparation. I think if you prepare yourself like as hard as you can, nobody is gonna stop you, not even yourself. So I remember my first competition as a white belt. I was 12 years old, and a lot of people was competing or like in the place that I was training. And when I went there, I didn't even know that the fight would start like a stand-up. So I won my first fight and I lost my second fight, again like the second place in a very like typical like competition, the Rio, Mineirinho. And I lost this first competition. I want to just go back and train and try and get better and get the first place in the next one. So that was like able for me to do. Like I got like another like 3 good medals like in a row, and I started moving. I moved like to yellow belt, but I had like 14 competitions and I lost all of the 14 competitions. And I thought that I wanted to give up about that. But the year was going, and something very fun about my yellow belt to orange belt was that as I lost 14 competitions, I remember to be calling my professor all the time to ask him to change, to promote me. And he didn't want to do it because of course I was like lose a lot of competition, but I told him, listen, give me the belt, I'm gonna give you the results. And he promoted me and started winning competitions again. And the blue belt, like I got like a few like competitions, a lot of openings of IBJJF, but I didn't have like any major competition in my career. It only came to me like when I was purple belt. I got my first big title as a European champion, and then eventually brown belt. I won the World Pro. That was like a big bracket, like we did a lot of huge names in the division. I was just like a small chip on it, and I had 8 fights. That was when a lot of people started to know myself. When I first won my World Pro in 2021 as a brown belt. And eventually the year later, 2022, I was able to win my biggest title, which is the World Pro black belt, minus 94 kilograms. So I won like many like Grand Slams, like IBJJF Worlds, but my big title is the World Pro. So imagine if I decided to stop when I lost 14 competitions in a row, so I would not like even be here. In 2021, I made like a big change in my life, made the decision to come to Dubai. I was living like the life in Brazil was very hard for me, not only for me, but also for my family. And the opportunity for me came out like to come to work with my professor at the time in the academy. And that was a big change for me, a big choice for me to do. Like I didn't want to come in the beginning because I was really enjoying the training, the quality, everything. Not the quality, but the quality of training in Brazil. But that was necessary for me to move. So that was when I came to Dubai, and I was very worried about the quality of training, if I could like keep pushing myself or not. I was even thinking about that at the moment I came to Dubai, I would stop competing or not be able to keep my level up. However, it was totally different, the opposite for me, because actually when I came to Dubai, I became even more technical. So I started like feel more the empty space that I have in my career. And basically that was the reason. So the life in Brazil was very hard for me. And when I came to Dubai with this opportunity, I was able to give like a better quality life for my family. So I had 2 experiences with the Worlds before. The first one was a silver belt 2019. So I had a 6 fight and I lost in the semi-final. So that was very good for me because I beat a lot of people that was with big names, especially in the quarterfinals. The guys that like was in the news, like was in all the BJJ pages. You were speaking about like, oh, this guy's gonna win, this guy's gonna do that. Because he was winning all the other competitions, the majors won, most of the time like double gold. And I was able to beat him in the quarterfinals. And I went to the semi-final, and the semi-final was against like a great athlete that's competing nowadays, both of them. However, I think it was I lost that fight was a problem on the folks during the fight. Like the coach was talking a lot, his coach, and I was like, I lost. I didn't want to fight with my partner anymore. I wanted to fight against him. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna prove to you that I can do this. And I did it. And then like he was like, oh, this guy has only one takedown. And I did my takedown. I was like, now I'm gonna pass the guard in the way you were saying that I'm not going to pass. And then I got caught in triangle. So that was a lesson for me. It was like, it should be focused more on the fight. I really missed somebody like you telling me this from before, but that was a big lesson for me. I went back to the Worlds again 2023. That was the first major like awards as a black belt. I won my first fight against a very tough athlete, and I lost in the 8 finals. I lost in the 8 finals for Dimitri Souza. So that was the first time ever I ever felt that somebody was like a true step ahead of me, and it was also like a very good thing that I learned during the fight. Like it was a big lesson in terms of mindset that this guy had like in the fight with me, and I made a very like a strong grip on him, and he made a very like soft grip on me. I was like, so these guys make a soft grip on me, and I'm gonna slow down a bit. At the moment I made like a soft grip, boom, he caught me. So yeah, this time like my mindset, like I have like all the experience for it. I mean, I'm hungry for it. So yeah, this year we're gonna be like a different one, inshallah. It's really important for me to have this push from BJJ shots, this great opportunity for me. I was waiting a lot like for actually like somebody to be pushing me like the way BJJ shots now is pushing me to give this great opportunity to compete outside again. I kind of like I was waiting a lot like to see like when is the right moment for me to start like, competing outside since I opened the academy. But now like with this sponsorship, like I just started like pushing myself. Like even before like I started pushing out like myself when he came first with this idea, oh, I think I'm gonna be sponsored to the Worlds, and I started like push more myself and train. And every session train I do, whenever I'm doing spar, specific train or position, I'm more like think, visualize like the match, the fight that I'm gonna possibly like do during the competition. And this was like a huge excitement for me, like inside and outside the match. So I never had like an opportunity like this to be competing like with the full like sponsorship, like since from the tickets, like I've never had this like before. And for me, it's great to be one of the first athletes to be sponsored for BJJ shots. Of course, I would like to enter. I think let's go back a little bit. When I got I think I got this sponsorship. Like first of all, like BJJ shots, I'm like most of the time like daily with them. Like so, they see the way I push a lot and train, and they see like how like it also is my level. So they would like to see me compete in big stage. But a lot of athletes, they cannot be there inside of your own academy or seeing you every day. So I think it's a very good like opportunity for you to show like your jiu-jitsu like to everybody. It's gonna be a very good trial. Some people, they want like oh, give me this sponsorship, give me that sponsorship, why you don't come and prove to everybody that you really like deserve to be there. So you're gonna be like fighting with other athletes. It's not gonna be like some like all like fake like events that they promise this and promise that. Like they really make like this to promote and help like athletes build like their own journey. So I will definitely do this, and there is people that they go fight for free and they don't get nothing at the end of the day. So 100% sure like any athlete would go like to get sponsorship, either to go like Europeans, Brazilian nationals, or World Championship. And there is also like for kids, like focus more on like Brazilian national kids, European kids, and punk kids as well. Why not? So 100%, even my son, I'm gonna be putting him like train as hard as he can, so he can eventually get the sponsorship by BJJ shots. So I don't have anything to say to them. Like a lot of people that I watch in the division, maybe they don't know me, but I'm sure like they know who I am. So everybody know like who is everyone like on this like level of the competition. And some of them I already fought, some of them I never fought. So I'm really excited to go there and to just show like I feel that the tag is in the jail. I'm gonna like open the jail. Like the tag is gonna be free and the tag is gonna be hunt everyone. So that's the thing I'm gonna say to everybody.